Welcome back, Facebook. I am Christy July, the Academy Coordinator for Mobile County Public Schools. Thank you for joining us for our third of 4 Facebook Live Signature Academy showcases. Today, we're going to go inside the classrooms of Murphy High School, Davidson High School, and Williamson High School. At this time, I want to throw it to Elizabeth Torrens at Murphy High School.
Greetings from the most beautiful public high school campus in the state of Alabama, according to Architectural Digest. My name is Lily Torrens. I'm the Academy Specialist here at Murphy High School. Inquiring minds often want to know what's going on at Murphy, what's happening at Murphy. So today, I'm going to let you hear from some IB students at Murphy about their experiences in the IB program.
IB creates a lifelong quest for learning infused with enthusiasm and empathy.
IB supports cognitive development by addressing social, emotional, and physical well-being.
IB also encourages its students to become lifelong learners, stay active in their communities, and be compassionate.
IB diploma students are 21% more likely to get into prestigious universities such as Harvard and Yale.
Murphy High School was the second school in the state of Alabama to adopt the IB program. The average ACT score for Murphy IB students is a 28.
IB students can earn college credit through IB, AP, dual enrollment, and UA early college classes.
In the IB class of 2017, every senior received the merit-based scholarship.
Here at Murphy High School, the IB classes that are offered are English, History, Biology, and Math, and the electives are French, German, Spanish, Dance, Music Theory, and Sports Med.
An important part of the IB curriculum is the IB Core, which consists of the Theory of Knowledge class, the Extended Essay, and CAST, which is Creativity, Activity, and Service.
Thank you to Dr. Prerost, IB students, for giving us a little bit of information on Murphy High School's IB program. Now we're going to walk into the classroom, Miss Mullins' classroom, who is an IB teacher. Her students are in here doing an experiment, and this experiment is quite interesting. So we're going to hear a little bit from Miss Mullins and some of her students about what's going on in class today. Miss Mullins?
Yeah, what the guys are doing today is they're trying to identify different elements by their color spectrums. So they have different elements that are mixed in solution as a salt, and they are putting them in the flame and seeing which spectrum of light is given off, and to relate it to a real-world application of fireworks production.
Thank you, Ms. Mullins. I appreciate that. Now we're going to go take a closer look over here at the experiment that's going on, and we'll be talking to one of the IB students.
Vanessa Sickers. Yeah.
Yes. Vanessa, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with the experiment today?
So what we're doing is we're exciting electrons. So we're using a nichrome wire loop dipped in different chemical salts, and we're lighting it in order to observe what color it emits, and that can be used to identify what element or what compound it is, because each compound emits a distinct color.
Thank you very much, Vanessa, for your information. We appreciate that. Now we're going to come back here and talk to another student about the experiment and her experiences in IB. Molly, how are you this morning?
Good. How are you? I'm good.
So, can you tell us about, Molly, can you tell us about your most rewarding experience in Murphy's IB program?
Well, I think there are a lot of things, but the most beneficial to me is just like the day-to-day discussion-based classes, because that's really what's going to contribute to my success in college in the future. And I think it's just a different way of learning than like regular classes, and it's really beneficial to me, and that's what I'm most thankful for in the IB program.
Thank you, Molly, for your words of advice and wisdom. Ms. Pettaway, I understand over at Williamson you have some interesting things cooking up.
You're right. We do have a lot of things cooking up here at Williamson High School. My name is Monique Pettaway, and I am the Academy Specialist here at Williamson High School, School of Maritime Engineering and Entrepreneurship. Well, today we're going to look at a couple of our programs so that you can see the great things that are going on here at Williamson High School. We're going to start out with our Culinary Arts program, and in that program it is being run simply by Mr. Chef Mullins. Chef Mullins comes to us from industry as well, so he has a plethora of information on what it means to run and operate businesses. So, Chef Mullins, tell us a little bit about your program and some of the things that our students are doing here at Williamson High School.
Yes, ma'am. The culinary pathway through the entrepreneurship program here at Williamson, what I try to do with my kids is just try to get the kids career and college ready, just take that next step through catering events from the football team, basketball team pre-meals to teachers' lunches, We had a groundbreaking ceremony for our new gymnasium out back. We did that. Just to get these kids in the kitchen and have them learn some applicable skills for the workforce later on.
Thank you, Chef Mullins. We're now going to move over to what we call our engineering pathway. And in our engineering pathway, our students have an opportunity to learn different types of engineering fields that are available to them. And while we do that, we're going to speak to one of our instructors. And one of our instructors is named Mr. Stratford. Mr. Stratford comes to us with a lot of knowledge from the industry himself. Mr. Stratford, tell us a little bit about your engineering program and what the students are doing here at Williamson.
Absolutely. Robotics and engineering, as we know, is steeped in a lot of history here at Williamson because of our alumni, Mr. Lonnie Johnson. So right now we're just trying to build on that history. And these guys here are getting ready to graduate, but they've passed on the torch to some young people here who are going to really take things to the next level. Right now our focus is on programming and coding at the basic level, and in the near future we're going to probably compete. And yeah, so we look forward to it.
Awesome, great. We're now going to move over to one of our students by the name of William Vassell Thorne. He's a senior here at Williamson High School, and he's about to graduate. William has been part of our engineering program, and he's going to tell you a little about what he has learned in our program.
All right. Let me see. I decided to join the engineering program my freshman year. And so in the 10th and 11th grade, I took engineering courses, engineering 1 and 2. And I was in a robotics program, Jubilee Best, my 10th and 11th grade years. And we used the program, like my senior year, more to explore like bigger engineering programs, like at colleges and stuff, and all that it has to offer. So, like really, it just helped me to, it just assured to me that that's really what I want to do when I go to college.
Awesome. Thank you, William. Now we're going to move over to our business management program. In our business management program, we have an instructor by the name of Ms. Seltzer. Now, Ms. Seltzer comes to us with a lot of information from the business and industry as well. She has years of experience, so she's coming to us teaching our students what it really means to be in business management. Ms. Seltzer, tell us a little bit about your program and some of the things that our students are doing here at Williamson.
Hello, good morning. Thank you, Ms. Petway. What we're actually focusing on here in the Business Academy is preparing our students for the competitive workforce, and we're doing that by way of what we call career readiness indicators, and that prepares our students for Microsoft Office certification. So once upon graduation, they would have been exposed to being certified in not only Microsoft PowerPoint, Outlook, Excel, Word, and Access.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Seltzer. We're now going to move over to our maritime program. Under our maritime program, our students are able to take welding. One of our programs that is run by Mr. George Craig. He comes to us as well from business and industry. He's coming from shipyard, manufacturing, you name it. He's done it in the industry, and he's come to us, giving us those kind of skills to teach our students. Mr. Craig, tell us a little bit about your program.
Our program, we teach basic welding skills, and the kids learn under the NCCR curriculum and the National Center for Constructional Research. These are stackable credentials that they can take with them when they go out to get a job in an industry. And we also teach soft skills such as communication skills and employability skills, where we teach the students how to interview, go out and talk to the instructors, talk to their employees, and learn how to conduct themselves on the job, as well as learning major basic welding skills. And when they leave here, they can go on to post-secondary and be an advanced student, and then after that, they can go on and be great productive welders.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Craig. Well, as you can see, there's some great things going on here at Williamson High School. Again, my name is Monique Petaway. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at mpetaway@mcpss.com. Now we're going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Petaway. Welcome to Davidson High School. I'm Sarah Martin, the Academy Specialist. Davidson has 2 signature academies to offer, and many students choose to participate in both. We're in our 10th year of authorization for the International Baccalaureate program, and 15 years ago we began our EPIC program in response to a community need for students that were engaged in STEM fields. Our EPIC students participate in rigorous coursework that prepares them for college, for success at the college level in the fields of engineering, computer science, and biomedical programs. I'd like to introduce you to Marquita Jones. She's a senior in our computer science pathway, and she has the opportunity to participate in a unique dual enrollment opportunity with South Alabama with our AP CSA course. Marquita, how's your experience been so far in your AP computer science?
In our AP computer science classes, it's very challenging, but we have a program going on where we go to South and we have college courses there. Then sometimes Mr. Johnston comes and he lectures us in class, and he gives us projects and programs to do on our own. And then when he comes back, he'll show us how it's supposed to be done and help us out with learning all our Java stuff.
Okay. Thank you, Marquita. We work really hard to make sure that our programs are not just a list of courses that students complete. And we do this through programs and activities like National Engineers Week celebration or our IB brunch. And then we also have our very popular robotics team. So I'd like to introduce you to Mike Fletcher. He is a teacher in our IB program as well as our EPIC program, and he is one of the robotics coaches. Mr. Fletcher, how has robotics prepared or enhanced students who are involved in each of the programs?
Well, the robotics program has been a really good focal point for the students in our EPIC engineering program. They've given them an after-school, it's not an in-school activity, but an after-school opportunity to really focus on applying the math, science, and engineering that they're learning in the classroom. And so they can take those lessons learned in the classroom and use them directly in the VEST robotics program. But more than that, they get a real-life application, and they get to talk with people in business and in industry and the community, and they see how important those soft skills are to where they can work as a team, they can work and kind of stress out a little bit getting a goal accomplished and be very productive, and really models what's going on in the business world. They learn how to produce a product and also learn how to sell it, to sell themselves in such a way that's going to make them very marketable when they get out of here.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Fletcher. I'd also like to introduce you to one of our students that's a senior in our biomedical program, our biomedical pathway for the EPIC program, and she's also a senior in our IB program. This is Madeline Forbes. Hi, Madeline. Can you help our audience to understand what sets IB apart from just a standard honors or AP curriculum?
Sure. Well, over the past 4 years, I've been in honors classes and AP classes and IB classes, and I think the major thing about IB is the EE process, and this is done in your junior and senior year, and it's where students must research and write an essay, 4,000 words, on a topic. And while it may seem pretty routine, I think that the benefit of it was afterwards, the reflection portion, where we had to go back and review what we did and why we did it. And I think that sets apart from other classes where it's not just memorization and then spitting out facts, but you're comprehending and you're knowing why you think or why you did something the way you did. And that's something I appreciate about the program.
Welcome. That's similar to what's happening right now in our TOK, or Theory of Knowledge class, is digging into why we're learning what we learn and how we learn. Can you explain to us how IB has prepared you for life as a university student?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've heard that a lot over my past 4 years, but I think I'm starting to see why they're saying what they're saying. And one thing that comes to mind is my time management. Apart from being just a high school student, you have your studies and then you have extracurriculars. But with IB, it adds an entire new level of rigorous classes. So I would have days where I have school, then homework, then volleyball practice, and then robotics. So it's a lot to handle in one day, but I think from junior and senior year, I've learned how to manage that time and squeeze work into every little place I can to get it done. And I think that will help in university because you're off the reins and you have to know how to handle yourself and your workload. And so I hope that this will prepare me for that.
Great. We wish you lots of success in the future. If you have any questions about the programs that you've seen today, feel free to contact us. We would love to speak with you or set up a time for you to visit the school. Thank you so much for your time, and we're going to throw it back to Ms. July.
Thank you so much, Sarah. You guys have great things happening over there at Davidson High School. And thank you, Facebook, for joining us for our third of 4 Signature Academy Facebook Live showcases. Be sure that you tune in next week to check out our final showcase that will be airing right here on Facebook Live. Also, if you're interested in learning more about our academies, please be sure that you check out our website at signatureacademies.mcpss.com.